Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have the Lynq location tracking even when cell phones fail, real-time distance and direction globally under open sky, no phones, maps, networks, or monthly fees. So this is an Indiegogo project which is totally killing it. They've raised $400,000 off of a $75,000 goal, so they're well on their way to probably. I'm sure they'll make $1 million because they still got a month left. Um, for some reason, the video isn't playing, but basically, it's like a dongle that uses GPS and points towards someone else who has the same thing that you've synced it with. And so, two people who are in a wide open space can find each other up to, it says long range, I think it says 3 miles. So, the idea is you buy two of them, and then you guys go hiking, and even if you get separated at least up to a couple miles, you can still, it'll like sort of point towards them and think which name is, who's in that direction. And I think the distance is related to how wide this bar is. Unfortunately, the video is not playing, but don't worry because everything is in the description. um, so yeah, you basically don't need to have a cellular signal, which is big, and it uses some kind of radio signal, but not sure which one. It's not Wi-Fi, it's not Bluetooth. And the key thing is that as long as you're outdoors, it gives you the relative direction. So even if you didn't have it, it's not just the coordinates or whatever. And so yeah, if you split up, if you're skiing, if you're at a music festival, you're at some kind of large public place, and there's a bajillion people, you can at least find out where the people wandered off to. So it's good for kids, good for parents, good for outdoorsy people. 3 hours battery life. And then one cool thing that they showed in the video also is that it can track multiple people. So if you had, like, they have these family packs, 12 pack, etc., you could literally have 12 friends all at the same place, and then you could see, okay, Bob is over there, Joe is over here, and etc., etc. So overall, it looks really well done. One key thing is that this is actually a production stage. So in other words, they basically have everything ready. This is not a prototype, which is good and bad. Like, okay, if it was really good and done, why do you need to use Kickstarter or Indiegogo to raise money? Well, it's more of a marketing channel than anything else for people like this. But they're basically still giving a couple months notice, advanced warning, whatever when it's going to deliver. But if it's already in the production stage, that's actually less risky than some of the guys are in the prototype stage, and they'll say they'll be done in 3 months, and you know that's not going to happen. So updates and comments wise, actually quite good about answering comments and questions in the comment section. So as you can see, there's some question about the battery life. They actually corrected themselves. They said it was like 3.84 years, but that's to get to like 90%. Later on, they said probably it will last something like 7 years before the battery really starts degrading, which is quite good. One thing I'm not super happy about is the price. So they're basically charging something like $75 each, 70 something each if you get two. If you add on 79. If you start getting large packs, the price actually gets quite a bit better. So 12 pack for 828. So you're talking, what is that per price? Something like 70 something dollars, a little bit less than $70. Okay, that's not so bad, because the key thing is that these things, you don't have to. They're not all like sort of one group. So you could basically split this up with a bunch of friends, and you all get them, and maybe sometimes you use them together, and sometimes you just use two each, whatever. And at that point, then the price gets a little bit more reasonable. It is kind of expensive, but then again, I'm not aware of anything else that does the same thing. If you guys know of any other products, I've seen some on Kickstarter that had similar features, but not exactly the same, and not presented this nice and sort of dumbed down, consumer friendly. The key thing is like this works for kids and stuff. So I actually did check around to see if there's any alternatives, and there are a bunch of GPS trackers of various types, so that if you're out hiking, etc., still able to check GPS even when you're not in phone range, etc. But then they're all kind of more based on getting your coordinates and not on finding two people finding each other. And then they even have ones for tracking your kids. But these guys are basically mobile. They use SIM cards and they use 2G, 3G networks, etc. And you're gonna have to start paying for that. So either you pay for the app, or you pay for the SIM card, or you pay for both. I guess you pay for both, basically. And then there's some that you can actually put in, in your luggage or on your car, or have your old, parents or whoever, your elderly relatives, use it. So yeah, there's a bunch. There's some better for boats. I don't know how they decide which is better for a motorcycle or a boat. I guess based on the size and the capabilities. But basically, there's a bunch of them, but they all rely on, on some kind of network connection. So that, to me, makes Lynq a little bit more interesting and unique. So basically, that's it. They've just been updating. They're pretty active. That's good. One other thing I should mention, last but not least, they have faces. So they have a lot of information, and they actually have people with faces and names. So that's a good sign, and including this guy, I don't know what he does. But they've got a full team, and they all seem to be qualified, at least in photo form. So I didn't go through and Google each of these people, but you can do that if you'd like. So overall, I'm going to give Lynq a thumbs up, even though I think it's a little pricey. Again, you're sort of helping to bring it to market. So I guess that's built into the price. Okay, so that's it for today. See you guys next time here on Go Kick Me. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Go Kick Me, and also GoKickMedia.com.